Hi everyone, welcome back to Massage with Katrina. I'm Katrina, and today's video we're going to focus primarily on the muscle groups I see get tight with nurses. Now there's two videos for nurses. This one is going to be the shorter self-massage that's about 10 minutes long, but for those of you who would like a more in-depth self-massage, there's also a 30-minute video for those of you who would like that. Now for this self-massage today, you're going to need a foam roller and a tennis ball because the muscle groups we're going to be working on are the upper back, which is pretty hard to reach yourself, so that's where the tennis ball comes in. We're going to be working on the low back, which is where we're going to use the foam roller. And then we're also going to spend some time massaging your feet because you nurses are always on your feet. So we're going to spend some time doing that today. So that all being said, go ahead and jump into something comfortable and let's get started. All right, to start off, go ahead and grab your foam roller. We're going to use it to roll out pretty much the entire back. We'll focus on the low back, but I think your back as a whole probably needs to be warmed up. So go ahead and start with that lower back and just go ahead and prop yourself up on your forearms as you just rock back and forth across your sacrum. Maybe swing your knees from side to side and roll into the glutes just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. We're really just focusing on the low back today. Make sure you're breathing, swing your knees back and forth, rock up and down. Perfect. After you've done that a couple times, let's go ahead and we'll start rolling. Oh, I need to adjust a little bit so I'm not rolling off my table. But go ahead and just start rolling up your back. And once you hit your shoulder blades, go ahead and bring your hands up behind your head. And this works to kind of prop your head up, but it also, I think, helps to stretch out the muscles in the shoulder blades as well. So just rock back and forth across those rhomboids, traps, of all those muscles in the shoulders, and then go ahead and roll your way back down to your low back. Propping yourself up if you need to. Just kind of walk your feet back. And then rock a few times across your sacrum. Maybe swing your knees side to side if you need to. Just checking in with everything. All right, awesome. And then go ahead and roll back down. Just walk your feet down. And when you hit your shoulder blades, go ahead and bring those arms above your head. And then we'll just roll our way straight back up. If you don't want to use your forearms, you don't have to. I'd like to. I think it does a better job of rolling out my low back. And then just roll your way back down. Take a deep breath. All right. And just do this a few more times. We're just rolling back and forth, not too fast. Actually, the slower you go, the better. So if you want to hold, maybe there's a really sore spot in your mid back and you want to just rock and back and forth across that, that's fine. We're just kind of checking in with everything, seeing how all our muscles are doing. Maybe there's a spot in your lower back that needs a little more attention. Rock, spend some time there, rocking back and forth. All right, and then one more time, we'll just roll all the way up and all the way back down. Awesome. So next we're going to focus on the upper back. For this part, you're going to need your tennis ball. So go ahead and grab it. And if you're not already, go find a wall to sit up against. I don't want you to stand against the wall. We're just going to sit up against it. So find a chair to sit on, or if you're a floor dweller, you can sit on the floor. Just make sure your back's against a wall because we're going to place this tennis ball between your spine and your shoulder blade. So we're just going to work one side of the back, and we're going to start at the top and just work our way in a zigzag down towards your lower back. So go ahead and get into position and place that tennis ball kind of right in the upper trap, right next to your spine. And go ahead and take a nice deep breath. And rock from side to side. You might need to adjust a little bit if you feel like the tennis ball's about to slip out. But rock back and forth, using your legs to really press into either the floor or whatever chair you're sitting in, and lean back against the wall, taking deep breaths. Really try to relax your shoulders. I know it's hard to do, but try to relax your shoulders as you shift that tennis ball down to that next set of ribs and rock back and forth. And then after a few passes back and forth, shift it down a little bit more. Get my hair out of the way. And rock back and forth, really focusing on taking deep breaths, letting your arms relax. Sometimes it helps me to place my hands on my legs, palm up. Shift it down. You might not have to reach back to adjust it. You might just even lean forward and let the tennis ball drop down to that next set of ribs. And just really focusing on your breath, focusing on really letting those shoulders drop away from your ears. I know it's really hard to just let yourself relax. Go ahead and let that tennis ball drop a little bit more. We're kind of making our way down to the base of the scapula here. Just rocking back and forth. Take some time for yourself. Right, and then drop down a little bit more. We're going to end right at the base of that shoulder blade. Take one more deep breath in, deep breath out. Awesome. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So go ahead and take the tennis ball, place it up in that upper trap right next to your spine. Take a moment to get situated and start rocking back and forth. You need to adjust a bit. It's a bit too far over. There we go. Rock back and forth. Really try to just relax those shoulders. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. All right, let that tennis ball drop a bit and rock back and forth. Maybe place your hands palm up towards the ceiling. Sit up straight, engage your core, but let those shoulders drop away from your ears. And let that drop a little bit more. And let that tennis ball drop down. And if you feel like this is moving too fast for you, if you wish you had more time, I have a 30-minute video for nurses that goes a little more in depth. And you can always just do this on your own. Go ahead and lean forward, let that tennis ball drop. You can always do this on your own. Like if you feel like you need a half hour of just this, there's nothing stopping you. Take that time for yourself. It's really going to help you. You never regret doing self-care or self-massage, honestly. It's always going to help. Okay, and let that tennis ball drop down. And this is the last bit we're going to do. Rock back and forth. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Awesome. Okay, go ahead and take that tennis ball out. Let's move on to the next part. All right, for this final part of our shorter video, I think I forgot to tell you in the beginning, but go ahead and grab either a block, a book, maybe a blanket like I have here. And you're gonna sit on the floor, crisscross applesauce. But if it's hard for you to reach your feet, having a little bit of cushion back here, being propped up a little bit, I think helps a lot. And you're gonna sit, not classic crisscross applesauce, but just basically sitting up enough to give you access to the bottom of your feet. And we're just gonna do a little foot massage here. If you're a sock person like me, we're gonna take these socks off. And we're not gonna get super in depth into this foot massage, just spend a couple minutes here just to show your feet that we love them. And they've done a lot for you. Go ahead and grab your favorite lotion or oil as well. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. Just enough that your hands will slide nicely on the bottom of your feet. And you can pick this foot up, find whatever's comfy. Maybe if the blanket you're sitting on isn't thick enough, find another blanket to add to it. But really we're just spreading that lotion around first. And I'm using more of like the meat of my thumb here to really press from my heel down into my toes. Just Showing those feet some love. Not moving fast or anything. I'm kind of squeezing the bottom of my foot and also using my fingers to squeeze the top of my foot. As I slide out from my heel out to the base of the toes, really make sure you get those toes. Awesome, and now we're going to take your thumbs and start alternating between the two, just doing circular motions around pretty much the sole of your foot, kind of through your arch, into the ball of your foot, and then out to your toes. And just do that a few times. Just take a couple minutes to just appreciate how much your feet do for you. You're standing, walking on them all day. They work hard to keep you functioning. Now I'm kind of stripping through the bottom of my foot, applying pressure right along my arch with my thumb, and just sliding out to my toes. I'm not spending a ton of time on the top of my foot, but I am applying pressure with my fingers, just squeezing. All right, awesome. Maybe wiggle those toes. And then we'll switch to the other foot. Grab a little bit of lotion if you need it. And just take some time to give your other foot some attention as well. Spreading that lotion around on the top and the bottom of your foot. And then same thing, we're just kind of applying pressure on both the top and the bottom of your foot and pushing through in a straight line. But you're just kind of showing your foot some attention, not focusing on any muscles in particular. Just rubbing through. And after you've done that a couple times, we're gonna, same thing, kind of alternate in circular motion with our thumbs. Starting at the heel, just working your way down your foot, down your arch, into the ball of your feet, into your toes. We'll do that a few times. Making sure you're applying pressure on the top of your foot too. Don't forget about the top of your foot. Perfect. Strip through that. Squeeze those toes. Awesome. Then just wiggle your toes a little bit. And we'll call that good for today. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Take care, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.